What's up, Rich Squad? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Dominic Rich, and in this video I'll be bringing you episode 1 season 2 of Q&A Fridays, where you guys ask me any questions, football related or whatever, and I answer them to the best of my ability. So what I want you guys to do is to sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. So I recently made a post on the community tab of my YouTube channel where I ask you guys to leave me questions because I want to bring back the Q&A. I think it's a really good way to be interactive with you guys, and you guys left a lot of questions. I'm really happy that I got a lot of questions to answer. So I'm going to dive into these questions right now. First question is from my boy Advenko, and he asked, do the questions have to be football related? Just wondering for future reference. Well, to answer your question, Advenko, and to anyone who has been wondering that, the questions could be about anything football. You could ask me personal questions or whatever. It all depends on how I choose to answer the questions, right? So, very good question, Advenko, and we're gonna move right on to the next question. We have Brent Schoon. He asked, what do you think will happen to Manchester United next season? Well, in Manchester United's case, they play 6 this season and Mourinho got sacked. Solskjaer came in. They're going through a rebuilding phase right now. What I personally think Manchester United needs to do, they need to dump all their players, every single one of them, into the garbage bin, and then Solskjaer will go over that garbage bin and pick out the players he wants to take next season. And then he will go into the transfer window and do some business. And that's how Manchester United should rebuild. All the players left in the bin should look elsewhere to play their football because they have been absolutely garbage for Manchester United. And this is coming from a Man City fan. They have not been good at all. We could argue that they placed second last season under Mourinho with 81 points, but that was 19 points behind Manchester City. Look at what Liverpool did this season, 97 points to come in second. Even though the third place team was way behind, still, guys, still. You got to do better than that. It's Manchester United. Remember the legacy they have. Okay? So great question, Brent Schoon. Very good question. Next question is from Cole Zera. He asked, which team will you be supporting in the UEFA Champions League final? Well, to answer your question, honestly, my team is not in the Champions League final, so I won't be supporting any particular team. I'm just going to show up on the day. Well, I'm actually not going to be there. I'll be in front of my TV or in front of my phone screen, and I'll be just hoping to get wonderful football. I want to see a thriller. I want to see maybe like a 3-2 thriller. I don't want it to go to extra time or penalties or anything like that. Well, you know what? Maybe extra time, but not penalties. I want to see a really good game. Whoever wins, I wish them all the best. Congratulations in advance. But if it's Tottenham, oh my God, what an achievement that will be. But what Liverpool did this season, they do deserve to win something, right? But you don't need to be nice. You don't need to be nice. If Tottenham comes out and they are the better team on the day, without spending any money this season, they could go on to lift the Champions League title. So I'm just hoping for great football. I'm not backing one particular team. If City was in there, then you know I'll be backing City. So great question, Cole Zera. The next question is from Adam Opasic. He asked, can you please make videos of Europa League / Champions League qualification? It would be interesting for Croatian football, and I'm really looking forward to it. Well, my plan is to start doing Champions League qualifying videos. I want to do that. I did that last season, but I didn't start until later in the qualifiers, and it was a success. So I think I should do it when some of the smaller teams are playing. So I have to put it in my calendar to get a reminder for when some of the really tiny clubs are playing to try to get into the last phases of qualifying. So Adam, I know you've been commenting on the channel quite a bit, especially when I did the Croatia videos. thank you very much for the question. I will be doing Europa League and Champions League videos. I don't know about Europa League qualifying, but I know for sure about Champions League qualifying. So let's move on to the next question. Next question is from Football Divisions. Guys, I'm actually just going through the questions. I'm not like proofing the questions or anything. I noticed you always get more views from reviews / predictions from big UCL games than Croatian related videos, which is totally understandable. Are you still planning to make Croatian football related videos in the future? Well, to answer your question, yes. It's not all about views and all that stuff. It's about quality content and value. And I do wish to continue making videos about Croatian football. I recently made a video talking about the best uncapped players from Croatia. So if you haven't checked it out yet, go check it out. There's a lot of videos coming in the future. I always do match reviews for the Croatian national team, and I will come up with a few more ideas to talk about Croatian football. So Football Divisions, thank you very much for the question, and look forward to more Croatian videos in the future. So the next question is from Christian983, and he or she asks, well, I would assume that it's a he. In your opinion, which team surprised you the most, and which team was the most disappointing in the Champions League and Europa League this season? Well, he didn't actually say this season. I added that part. So which team actually surprised me the most? It has to be Ajax. And Christian is an Ajax fan. I think that's the reason he asked me that question. Well, Ajax. Actually, guys, it's not actually Ajax. It's Tottenham Hotspur. I have to say it's Tottenham Hotspur because they barely got through the group. Then they beat Dortmund, who was actually playing really well. Then in the quarterfinals, they beat Manchester City. And then in the semifinals, they beat Ajax. Ajax also surprised me because I predicted them to place maybe 4th in their group. And look at what they did, semifinals. So I have to say it's a close match between Tottenham Hotspur and Ajax. So great question. For the Europa League, the team that surprised me the most in the Europa League, well, that's kind of tough, but I expected Chelsea to do well. I expected Arsenal to do well. Let me say Villarreal because they haven't been great in the league at all and they got pretty far in the competition. Frankfurt deserves a shout as well, but they have been great this season, so it's not really a surprise that they got to the semis. The most disappointing team in the Europa League this season, I gotta think. It has to be a team like Başakşehir from Turkey. I expected them to make it to the Champions League last year and they bottled the league title, and then they got to the Europa League and they did absolutely nothing. So I have to go with a team like Başakşehir. Guys, if you could answer this question, also do so in the comment section down below. The next question is from Marco Z. Any plan next season visiting Etihad Stadium or any UCL match? Well, to answer your question, Marco, I don't have any plans of doing that very soon. It requires a lot of money. I have a family, I have a job and everything. Well, I should say I have a career, and it will require a lot of planning to do so. I'm not completely sure yet, but I do plan on visiting England sometime in the future to watch a Manchester City game. So yes and no to some extent, but not soon. Maybe not this year, maybe next year. But you never know. Who knows? I may stumble into a bag of money somewhere. So great question though. Great question. Next question is from New Tu Ying. I don't know if I'm saying your name right, but it's kind of difficult to say. New Dao Ying. Ooh. Do you think Pep Guardiola will leave Man City for Juventus or Barcelona next season? Well, I think he is tied into a contract, and Pep Guardiola say he loves to honor his contracts. As far as going back to Barcelona, not yet. Not right now. Juventus, maybe in the future, that will be a challenge for him because he was in Spain, he went to Germany, to England, and the next destination surely should be Italy. So I do see him going to Juventus sometime in the future. Who knows, if Manchester City somewhat flops next season and the board decides to sack him, we could see him end up at Juventus. Maybe not Barcelona, but Juventus. But great question though. Great question. Let's move on. The next question is from Bizvarup Das. He asked, do you really think that Man City or Liverpool needs to sign players? I think they do. No team is perfect. No team got 114 points last season. So each team will be trying to improve because you see the gap is closing. For Manchester City, I think we need to sign players because you have players like Fernandinho who are aging, David Silva as well, Vincent Kompany, Otamendi wants to leave, Gundogan not sure, rumors that Sane could go to Bayern Munich, and there's a few more players who we need to get rid of like Fabian Delph as well, Mangala. So with those players leaving or potentially leaving, you have to sign new replacements, and with the team aging, you gotta sign some young players to replace those. So I do think, yes, Man City needs to sign new players. Maybe a backup left back, who knows, but we need to sign new players. As for Liverpool, their midfield is not a world-class midfield. They do need to sign midfielders, and they also need to sign another striker, I think, or another world-class defender if they are to topple City next season. That's just what I think. Maybe that's not what they need, but that's what I think. So yes, to your question, they need to sign new players, both teams. And as fans of both clubs, it won't be so exciting that the whole transfer window go by and your team doesn't sign any players, just like Tottenham Hotspur did, right? So great question, Mr. Das. Next question is from my very good friend Amir Tube. Who are you supporting and how far do you see my team go this summer in the Copa America? He's actually talking about Argentina. And I know you did a prediction video, but it was back in January. I bought a flag of Argentina and I literally cannot wait. La Albi Celeste. Well, how far do I think Argentina will go in this summer's Copa America? Well, we know we have Messi in the team, but Argentina has not won a single thing with Messi. But they have got to the finals of a few Copa Americas with Messi. I think I can remember one, but he lost to Chile. And the World Cup was a disaster. And it's really hard. It's really hard. For Barcelona, he has been battling it for 2 seasons in a row. Hasn't won anything with Argentina, as I mentioned before. So it's a really, really hard one to predict. I think Argentina can definitely win it. They have the players to win it, but do they have the tactics? Can they play as a team instead of just playing around Lionel Messi? If you take Messi out of the Argentina team, would they be able to do anything? No. But with Messi in the team, I think they need to learn how to play as a team with Messi instead of just Messi the focal point all the time. I think it affects the team adversely. It helps the team, but at the same time, it does not help the team because as another player, you can't really express yourself the way you want to when there's Messi overshadowing every single thing. So I think Argentina could win it, but I don't think they're going to win it. That's just my opinion. They're not going to win it. I'm final on that, by the way. And I forgot to answer the first part of your question, Amir. Who am I supporting? I haven't picked a team to support yet. I'll probably do one of those videos where I put the 12 teams in a hat and just pick out who I'm going to support. That will be fun and it will be a fair way to pick a team I'm going to support in the Copa America. Great question once again, Amir. Next question is from Eric FCD and he asks, who do you want to win the Champions League final? Well, Liverpool or Tottenham Hotspur, any one of them can win it. It doesn't really matter to me. But for Liverpool, if they win it, oh man, their fans won't shut up, won't they? And for Tottenham Hotspur, their fans won't shut up, won't they? But I think both teams deserve to be in the final after what they did coming from behind in the semifinals. But now, who will win it? I think it's who want it most is going to win it. Does Tottenham want it most? Does Liverpool want it most? It's not about who deserve it. It's about who is the hungrier team and who are going to go out there and play really, really good football and win the Champions League title. That's my final answer. I don't want one particular team to win it. I just want a really, really good match. Next question is from Morgan the Rapper. He asked, can Ajax have the same success next year or they're a one-season wonder? Well, I won't call Ajax a one-season wonder because they are a legendary team, won the Champions League before. But I know what you're saying. Will they have the same season like they had this season? It's hard. It depends on how many of these players leave. We know Daley Blind won't leave. Veltman won't leave. We know Tadic won't leave. Well, we don't really know that, but still. We know we have guys like St. Graven won't leave. But those are just the lesser known players in the team, right? And we know Tagliafico said he wants to stay one more season. Lasse Schöne will still be there. So when you really look at it, there's a core. There is a core still there. And I think Ajax can replicate what they did this season if they successfully transition. If they successfully transition, meaning they sign suitable replacements for the players leaving, or the players coming through the academy is adequate enough to replace those that are leaving, if you understand what I'm trying to say. They already signed 3 players, so they are already on course to try to replicate what they did. They would want to hold on and retain the league title, and they would want to retain the cup title as well. I don't think Ajax will get to the semifinals next season. Well, there I go doubting Ajax again. But with the likes of Van de Beek might leave, David Neres may leave, Onana could leave. We have Matthijs de Ligt could leave. We have Hakim Ziyech as well, Mazrui. All these guys can go, but it really depends on how many of them leave and how many of them stay. So, great question, Morgan the Rapper. So the next question is from Gaming with Emmanuel. I really appreciate that you left the question because most comments I see from you plug in your channel. So thank you very much for leaving the question. And he asked, where do you rank De Gea in world's best keepers, and do you think the 2018-19 season was a curse for most world-class players? Example, De Gea, Dybala, Modric, Kroos, Pogba, Varane, Sanchez, Cuadrado, Isco, James, etc. Well, I don't think it was a curse, but these players just didn't have the best of seasons. It happens. There's something called form. Form is temporary, but class is permanent. So these players are still class players. They're all still class players, but it's just a bad season for most of the players on the list. As for De Gea, he is not up there anymore as one of the world's best keepers. Look at what he did this season. Man United had their worst ever season. Statistically, there's facts to prove it. And De Gea wasn't great at all. Some of the balls he let in was just atrocious. That was not the David De Gea that we know. He pulled off a few big saves, but most of the goals that he conceded was just horrible. Nutmegs and slip-ups and mistakes, and it wasn't a good showing at all. So he is definitely outside the top 5 this season. He has fallen off. Could he come back? Yes. Does he need to leave Man United? I don't think so. Where is he gonna go? Real Madrid already has Courtois. Barcelona has Ter Stegen. Atletico Madrid has Oblak. We have Neuer at Bayern Munich. Juventus has Szczesny and Perrin. We have maybe PSG. They have Buffon, he's leaving, and Areola. Maybe PSG is a good destination for David De Gea. But does he want to play in the French league? I really don't think so. I really don't think so. But great question. Emmanuel. Next question is from Jiga Karun. What would be your reaction if Man City came second in the league with 97 points next year? Well, I will be sad, to be honest. And if we come second, that means that Liverpool came first, and I don't want that to happen. I want us to win the title next season, 3 in a row. And to lose it with 97 points, it won't be a good feeling. I could just imagine how the Liverpool fans feel right now. 1 single point behind us to come in second. They deserve to win a title, don't they? From the way they're playing, but Manchester City are just better. They're just better. So are we going to see Liverpool surpassing City next season, or are we going to see them falling back and the gap opening up once again? It's just left to be seen. Bring on the next season. The next question is from Alice Adam, and from the name I could tell it's a girl, or maybe it's not a girl, but anyways, she has quite a few questions. I wanted to ask you 3 questions. 1, who you rather, Lionel Messi or Cristiano Ronaldo, and why? Well, to answer your first question, it's kind of hard, but I will take Messi in my team over Cristiano Ronaldo. And why? I think he is the better player. Both are great players, but I just want Messi in my team. But I will also have some other world-class players in the team, so he's not the focal point in the team. He's just in the team and not bossing the team. So Lionel Messi over Cristiano Ronaldo. I'm sold on Messi. Even though Barcelona lost 4-0 and Messi was in the team versus Liverpool, I'm still going for Messi. So next question, where are you from? I'm from a beautiful little island in the Caribbean called St. Vincent and the Grenadines. The population is about 110,000 people, and I migrated from St. Vincent when I was about 16 years old. I now live in New York City, United States. Okay. Question number 3. Do you think Liverpool will finish the season in a devastated way and feel double pain than what Barcelona felt? They don't win the Champions League. For me, yes, because their pain reduces our pain. Let's hope they finish the season with 0%. So Alice Adam is a Barcelona fan, and she wants Liverpool to come in second in the Champions League final. She wants Tottenham to win it so that they can feel what Barcelona felt. The anguish, the pain from not going through to the finals. So she wants Tottenham to win. Alice, very, very funny. Okay, let's move on to the next question. So Jean Leno asked, are you looking forward to the Copa America? Which team do you support? Who do you think will win it? I am looking forward for the Copa America. The team I support, I'm not sold on that yet. I have to do like a draw, picking it out of a hat. You may have seen the previous question if you are watching. And who do I think will win it? Brazil. Every Copa America they hosted, they won it. I think they're favorites. And Uruguay also in for a shout, as well as Argentina, of course. This might be Lionel Messi's, well, maybe not. They have another Copa America coming up. But this is one of his last chances to win a major title with Argentina. Next question, Moses Ebuka. Can you please do the match preview between Chelsea and Arsenal in the Europa League final, and also do a Chelsea versus Arsenal combined 11? I've been planning on doing that, but I don't know yet. I'll think about it. But if you see it, I did it. And if you don't, I thought it wasn't a good idea to do. A lot of people don't really watch the Europa League videos, right? But you want to see it, who knows? I may just do it, I may not. But thanks for the question, though. Thank you for the question. Next up, Walter White asks, hey man, love your vids. Thank you very much. Do you think Ajax can achieve what they've done this season? Also, next in the Champions League? Greetings from the Netherlands. Well, I answered the question already. I think they can achieve it if they adequately replace the players who are leaving and if Erik ten Hag is still at the helm at the club. A domestic double this season, winning the league and the cup. Ajax were amazing. Hopefully they could transition nicely over to the next season. But guaranteed they will be making a lot of money from the sale of those very, very good players. So next question, Michael Chukwuemeka. Ooh, what a name. Are you Jamaican and do you live in the Caribbean? I'm not Jamaican, I'm Vincentian. I'm from a place called St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and I live in United States of New York. And I don't live in the Caribbean, but I do visit the Caribbean. The next question, Ivan Stepan Man asks, what would you do that City sells Aguero and Jesus? What would I do? Well, I won't be too happy, but if they do sell both Jesus and Aguero, they have to bring in two strikers, and I know they will bring in two good strikers, but I don't think that both Jesus and Aguero will leave at the same time. One may leave, but not both. But if one does leave, they will bring in a striker, a good enough striker to replace whoever is leaving. Next question, got any black ones asked. What do you think about the Under-20 World Cup? Early predictions is I pay no mind to the Under-20 World Cup, so I can't answer that question. I haven't really looked into it. I never saw the games. There's too many other things going on for me to pay any attention to the Under-20 World Cup. Next question, Brian Hinojosa. What do you think of the new FIFA Club World Cup? This is an awesome question because I was actually planning on making a video on the new FIFA Club World Cup, and this is one of the best questions because I whipped something up for you guys, and here we go. The new FIFA Club World Cup will be 24 teams. It will be held in the summer of 2021, and we will see teams from all 6 confederations participating, from UEFA, from the CAF, CONCACAF, CONMEBOL, AFC, and of course, the Oceania Football Confederation will have one team. So, with 24 teams, 24 clubs, note guys, this is a Club World Cup. There will be no more FIFA Confederations Cup. This Club World Cup will be taken over from the FIFA Confederations Cup, and we will see 8 teams from Europe participating in that competition, 6 teams from South America, so that's 14, 3 teams from Africa, that's 17, 3 teams from Asia, that's 20, 3 teams from CONCACAF, that's 23, and 1 team from Oceania will make 24 clubs in the tournament. First ever expanded Club World Cup. We have seen quite a few Club World Cups where Real Madrid has been winning most of the last ones, but guys, those weren't really watched across the globe, weren't they? It was like a few teams. I never watched the Club World Cup, to be completely honest. But guys, a nice little thing I whipped up for you guys here. Who will be the 24 teams in the next Club World Cup if it was to be held this summer? Like, if the Club World Cup was to be held this summer, who will be in it? Well, we have Tottenham Hotspur versus Liverpool in this season's Champions League final, right? And we have Arsenal versus Chelsea in the Europa League finals. How they're doing the teams from Europe is the last 4 Champions League winners and the last 4 Europa League winners will qualify. So we are going to go backwards from 2021 all the way to, I think, last season. So Atletico Madrid and Real Madrid have already qualified for that tournament. And we could also go backwards for the other countries too, according to how many teams are going to be in the tournament. For example, for South America, I think they may have to go back 6 years from 2021, and from Africa, CONCACAF and the AFC 3 years from 2021. If the final of their Champions League is later on in the year, you have to start from 2020, 2019 and 2018 for the 3 teams who will be in the tournament. I'm not completely sure, but it's quite logical that's the way it will be done. So guys, I came up with some teams for you, but the big question is, will Tottenham or Liverpool seal a berth to the 2021 FIFA Club World Cup, the expanded version, the one that a lot of people will be looking forward to. So Tottenham Hotspur or Liverpool, Chelsea or Arsenal, a lot is at stake. A lot of money will be made from this tournament. So these teams will want to clinch their spot right now. So the teams that will be in the 2021 FIFA Club World Cup, if they are to decide who are going to be in it like this season, are as follows: Real Madrid, Barcelona, Bayern Munich, because remember, those teams were the last 3 teams to win the Champions League. And then it's going to be Tottenham Hotspur or Liverpool. We will know the 4th Champions League team sooner or later. For the Europa League teams, we have Atletico Madrid, Man United, and Sevilla. There's no Man City in there. Very, very sad. So Arsenal or Chelsea will take the 8th spot. So I just give you 6 teams: Real Madrid, Barcelona, Bayern Munich, Sevilla, Man United, and Atletico Madrid. Those are the 6 teams from Europe that would be in it if it was to be decided now. Remember that. Then from South America, the CONMEBOL Confederation, we will see Atlético Nacional, the 2016 winners, Gremio, the 2017 winners, River Plate, the 2015 winners and the 2018 winners, Corinthians, the 2012 winners, Atlético Mineiro, the 2013 winners, and San Lorenzo, the 2014 winners. So those would be the 6 teams from South America in the Club World Cup. Then from Africa, we will have Mamelodi Sundowns, the CAF Champions League winners of 2016, Esperance du Tunis 2018, and Wydad Casablanca 2017. In Asia, the AFC, we will have Kashima Antlers, a team from Japan, in the 2018 winners, Uwara Red Diamonds, another Japanese team, 2017 winners, and Jeonbuk Hyundai Motors, the 2016 team from South Korea. From CONCACAF, we will see Monterrey of Mexico, the 2019 winners, Pachuca, another Mexican team, the 2017 winners, and Guadalajara, the 2018 winners, another team from Mexico. And the last team that will be in the tournament will be the team from Oceania, Hyunjin Sport from New Caledonia. This is the first time I think a team outside of New Zealand and Papua New Guinea has won the OFC Champions League. So that's how the 2021 FIFA Club World Cup would look if we were to choose the teams right now. Tottenham Hotspur or Liverpool, Arsenal or Chelsea. Who would you have to make it to the 2021 World Cup? Because any one of these teams win it, they're in. It's gonna be guaranteed that they are in. So great question, Brian Hinojosa. Thank you very much for that. So guys, we have a few questions left and I'm gonna run through these questions really fast because I don't want to make the video super long, but I want to answer all questions. Next question is from Ugandan Knuckles. Who do you think will Inter Miami sign next season? And please bring back the FIFA videos. I really enjoy them. Inter Miami, David Beckham's team. Well, I think Inter Milan are currently fighting him over the name and stuff, but I don't really care too much about that. But I haven't been following the MLS. Who they sign. I honestly do not care. And to bring back the FIFA series, guys, I really enjoy doing those, but it took up so much of my time, and gaming on YouTube is very competitive. I will do it for you guys, but to do it for myself, it's really difficult, guys. It takes up so much time. Believe it. Try it and you will see what I'm talking about. Try it. It's ridiculous. But next question is from Marin Jada. He asked, which team will you be supporting in the Europa League final and what country do you want to visit and why? Greetings from Croatia. Well, I won't be supporting any particular team in the UEFA Europa League final. I want Arsenal to win so they can be the 5th team from England to qualify because I watch the English Premier League And which country do I want to visit? I want to visit Thailand. Thailand is a country that I've been fascinated with for quite a while. I want to visit Thailand. I also want to come to Croatia too. I do. Seems like you guys have a lot of islands over there, and I would love to enjoy a vacation in Croatia. Great question. Next question, Trinity Gamer. What do you think Borussia Dortmund will do next season? I think they will do the same thing they have been doing season after season after season, doing really well without winning the German Bundesliga. I'm not even going to elaborate on that. Jeff Estrada, do you live in England? No, I live in the United States of New York, USA. Next question is from Paul Bailly. I don't know if I'm saying your name right, but it's B-E-I-J. I don't know if I'm saying your name right. I have to ask you. I talked to you on Instagram. I have to ask you how to say your name correctly. Do you think Ajax can hold their team together next year? No. Maybe the core of it, like Shona, Veltman, St. Graven, Blind, Tadic. That's already 5 players. So that's a team already, right? That's like almost half of the team. So they will hold most of their players, but we have Ziyech might leave, Neres may leave, De Jong is already out, De Ligt surely will leave, Onana could leave, maybe not. Onana might be there. So if you add Onana, that's 6. So most of the team will be together. And do you think Matthijs de Ligt would fit in at Liverpool? Ooh, guys, if Liverpool buys de Ligt, oh my God, they will win the title. They will win the title. I actually think that Liverpool needs to buy a world-class defender. Another one, yes. To go with Van Dijk, if they have Koulibaly or De Ligt in there, oh my God. It would be a scary sight. It would be a scary sight. And they will also need to sign another really, really good midfielder. Maybe Donny van de Beek could fit in there. Or if they sign a guy like Ziyech, you know, so Liverpool needs to do some business. They need to spend at least 200 million more if they are to win the title. Remember, I told you that. Then some players already signed a petition to stay though. Yeah, I figured. I think Tagliafico, one of those players. And do you think that the Dutch will do against England in the Nations League? Well, Paul, you have to wait for that prediction video. It's coming up pretty soon. I'm not going to give it away right now. I'm not going to give it away. But I think it's an even contest. Any one of those teams can come through, make it to the final, and go on to win it. Great question. Thank you very much. The last question of the day, French Fry. What will be the big Premier League signings in the summer? Well, we have Koulibaly, he could come to the Premier League. Then we have Jadon Sancho, he may come back, but he may stay one more season in Dortmund. Then, who knows, man? The Premier League could spring up a lot of surprises. A lot of surprises. We have Hazard leaving. Who could come to the Premier League, though? For Man City, João Felix, Bruno Fernandes is being linked. Dybala could come over to the Premier League. He's linked with Man United. Then who else? Who are the other big players? Timo Werner linked to Liverpool. There's a lot of big players that could come to the Premier League, but as of now, we don't know yet. We really don't know. It's going to be one exciting transfer window. I may do a few videos though, can't promise you. But guys, that brings it to an end of the first episode of Q&A Fridays. I plan to do one every single week. The next one won't be this long, but guys, keep the questions coming in. So guys, thanks for watching episode 1, season 2 of Q&A Fridays, where you guys ask all the questions and I provide the answers. If you're new around here, consider hitting the subscribe button. Don't forget to smash the thumbs up button. And if you have any more questions, leave them in the comment section down below. So I'm your boy Dominic Rich, and until next time, I like to say peace out. Rich Squad! Woo!